Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. From the 25, here's second down and 8. Throwing is Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This Miami defense, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Two in, the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Tua now on first down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. H.A. now up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The Dolphins had 8-5 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. 3rd down, here's A-Chain. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. Let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Is going to go down. He's sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Madden.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Second down and 6 now. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. On first down, Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Oche. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd down and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL don't know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard... It's a play caller. You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down in the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And it is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Well, he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
The pressure to a big play. I'm looking at the defense on that one because when you do bring extra pressure, you have to rotate someone over for coverage, and I think he was a step too late and gave up a big play.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up from the offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devon A-Chain. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On play action, Rodgers. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. Cook up the gut. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready? Let's go!
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Again, it's A-Chain. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
This 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The 2 is going to change things up. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Throwing is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll send Brown in motion right. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Tua going to throw. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On second down, Tua. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A-Chain on the counter. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This to Arnold on the short pass. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
On play action, now Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd down, Cook. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10 to about the 23. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. In motion, Hill. Right back to A-Chain on second down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this right upfield across the 35. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. That is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, a run by A-Chain. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
A-Chain gets it from the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Finds the open target, Arnold. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A-Chain. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns of 21 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us?
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a toss right side, A-Chain. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Sit down, field offense. Ready.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw caught by A-Chain. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. Some strong running at the 20. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Thank you. We got this.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he loses the football a second time. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
It's A-Chain on the give. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running right, here's A-Chain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On the handoff, it's A-Chain. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets away from one. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
third down. Here's a run by Cook. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On first down, Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final try now for Rodgers. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Deshaun Elliott. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Miami, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.